Hi everyone, I'm Hannah and you're welcome to my allotment for an allotment tour during golden hour tonight. I thought I'd go through it. It's a no-dig allotment, so it means that I don't dig my beds. I can make another video about that, but it's basically based on Charles Dowding's methods, and if you're interested in reading more about that, you should go to his website, and he has loads of YouTube videos. You can just dive in. And oh, it's starting to rain. Oh well, let's just keep going. So just as an overview, the plot is in 3 little bits, and I'll go through them one by one. And the cat's just been to the toilet. Excellent. So I'm just going to go through the good bits today, and I can do a tour of the bad bits another day. But basically, what's good right now are the Monge 2. They're coming along. Need to pick some, I think. But yeah, let's see. Crispy. And I got some dwarf peas as well. They're starting to swell, and they're not going to climb this whole thing. And then some other peas that are looking excellent. I've got a courgette here, round green courgette. I'm looking forward to trying. And over here is the giant pumpkin. It's going to grow out through this French bean teepee. We'll see how that goes. And the thing that's almost ready are the fennel, though I'm not sure how well it's going to go. They're looking good though. We'll see. And the garlic looks more and more yellow, so I think I'm going to have to pull it sooner than I thought I would. It's a bit of a funny year. Broad beans are almost finishing. This one has already started cropping, and this one is a bit later, so I must have made a plan when I bought the seed, which is always good. What are you doing? Sweet peas. This is kind of a boring, just a general color mix. So isn't that exciting? It doesn't even have a scent. Lots of beetroot here, and some parsley that's overwintered. Some red onion that's looking good. Some main crop potatoes. Potatoes don't really like my beds down here because they are got too much hard manure that's sort of set rock solid after I've put it on. Now here's one of my brassica beds. Some red cabbage, some giant kohlrabi. I just harvested one for tea tonight, and there's some calabrese, some broccoli. They're getting pretty big. I can probably start harvesting that later this week. And some popping corn. I had a really bad time after the frost, but it's looking excellent now. However, I'm not sure it should have this many shoots. We'll see what happens with this year. And this winter squash is looking great. It's starting to grow out. We had hail here, so my squash weren't that happy about that, but they're looking all right so far. And there's some more second earlies here, which I've got to start harvesting soon. Asparagus bed, it's still in its infancy, but I got some squash in it for now. There's one over there as well, Crown Prince winter squash, to just use the space basically. And this is my tiny little greenhouse. And it's just 6x6. And because it's so small, it overheats super quick. So I have a shade netting over, and then I keep this open through summer, and then an automatic opener, and then obviously I use the door. And it doesn't go into the 50s basically. And in here I keep cucumbers, melons, tomatoes, the seedlings I'm working on at the moment. And yeah, just more of the same. And we'll see. I'm hoping for good things. Oh, my chilies and my peppers that I need to repot basically. And the other garlic I harvested, I need to plat. And I do just have some flowers at the front. And here's the rubbish bit we don't need to look at. I do have some fruit trees, but they're still very young and they just haven't been watered enough. So they're not producing much yet. And some currants and whatnot that are netted, but they don't have much fruit, but they'll have some fruit. So, and this is autumn cropping autumn fruiting raspberries that I set up this year. So this is a new no-dig bed where I just put cardboard on top, and then this case it was topsoil because we have loads of topsoil from our garden, and compost on top, and that just the compost acts as a trap for the moisture basically, so it helps a bit. And they're doing well. These summer fruiting raspberries are older, they're 2 years old. They're finally gonna have a decent crop this year, but I basically did not water them their first year. Specifically these yellow ones are doing very well. And this, I think, is either a tayberry or a loganberry, which I can never tell. And I don't know, can anyone actually taste the difference? One little calendula flower, and it's close up now for the evening. Strawberry bed is not doing that great. It's quite funny, or not funny, but some of them have established, and there's lots that have died. Basically, there's too much bindweed coming up, and they get the roots disturbed on a weed, and they just, yeah. So I'm gonna have to start over with that one. And this has been the lettuce bed this year, and yes, doing well. Everything apart from the salad onion, for some reason, just did not work this year. Haven't had any. And some pea shoots, some herbs, and then 2 yellow patipans here. And then this final bit, which is a newer addition this year, which is basically lots of little beds here and with too much grass in between. So the bindweed just kept invading. So this way I've put cardboard everywhere, topsoil, and then made beds across it, and it's much better for just general maintenance. And I've got a squash arch here. I'm hoping for nice growth, and some edamame beans, some runner beans, and then a Bennings green squash in there. These broad beans I've already finished cropping. And then I've got some tomatoes, 6 tomatoes here, and they were really badly frost damaged, but they are coming back. I'm not so sure they're gonna crop though. And I got a tiny little cucumber melon that just really did not like the hail, so yeah, still waiting for that to recover, but the weather's going to be nice, so maybe. And this is my brassica bed where I have a major mold problem, so this red cabbage is doing really well, this one not so much, and this filter kraut not so much, but these ones over here doing really well, you know, so it's a bit of a mix. And down here is a normal sweet corn with another winter squash to go through it down, and they can root all it wants down there, so that'll be great. And then there's some berlotti beans and some other patchpan squash I've planted way too close, of course. So that's Patison Blanc and summer crookneck. And here are 4 cucumbers to go up this kind of vertical thing. We'll see how well they go. And then some dwarf beans. And this is my final brassica bed for now, and it's got some sprouts for Christmas, kaleets, swede, and Savoy cabbage, yeah. And then 2 final squash, candy roaster, and blue banana, and I'm gonna see which one can climb the tallest. I don't know, we'll see. And this one is just the final runner bean cage, and I'm probably gonna keep this one to dry on the vine and then harvest them to store dried like that. Apparently very, very tasty. So that's it for the first tour. This is June, and it's lovely. However, I am expecting the whole thing to just explode in the next few weeks, so looking forward to that. I hope I can do another tour maybe in a month's time, or maybe 2 months' time, and see as a comparison. It would be so interesting, I think, because you kind of forget, don't you? But yeah, I hope it was useful, and let me know if you have any questions, and I'll try to answer them. Happy growing!